What's up, y'all? It's your girl GC the Trader, and welcome to my page. Today will be going over a little back testing session that I had, and I just want to show y'all my process and how I find my trades, the setup I use, and just explain my process. I mainly trade supply and demand. The pair that I choose to trade is micro NQ, but I have been back testing gold for the last few months to really get a feel for that movement. And I mainly trade the New York session. So before we get started, I just want to give a little bit about myself. I go by GC. I'm also a fairly new trader. I've only been trading about 9 months actually. Today made 9 months. That's crazy. I've been trading 9 months, and that 9 months also includes the learning curve. So basically, I found out about trading like February 2nd, and after that, I came across the video of my boy Joe Veer. He's the one who initially got me started in trading. It's when he did his first video where it was only 2 hours. Since then, he's did so many other videos. One was 4 hours, and the last one he did was 6 hours. So, hey, if y'all want to look into trading, please check out my boy Joe Veer. He has a lot of good content, and it's very easy for new traders to pick up. And he also gives out a few strategies that y'all can use to get y'all started while y'all, finding your niche and finding your edge and what strategy you want to continue trading for long term. So as I stated, I am a new trader. I started in February, so February, March, and all of April, I was only back testing. So I was back testing for 3 months before I actually started live trading. So I went live in May when I found the prop firm that I wanted to use. I went live in May and I've been live ever since. So I am still very fairly new. There's still some technicals that I'm learning. So please, any advanced traders who come across this video, please do not chew me up in the comments. Like I said, I just wanted to share my journey from a beginner's perspective because there's so many traders out there who shows their journey from an expert, like they're 5 years in, 6 years in. So I know they kind of make it seem very, very easy. But for my 8 months of my journey, it's easy once you get out of your way. But for the initial part, trading is not easy. It's definitely mind over matter, and uh, learning or knowing how to trade is different from becoming a trader, and that's where a lot of people struggle at as becoming a trader. So I just want to show my beginning journey so that y'all can know that there is people out there on social media who is beginning just like you, and not everybody you see or come across that's trading is making $1 million. Some people is just starting off and trying to get to that level as well. So just to keep you encouraged, I just want to show my journey, and I hope y'all like it. So, hey, let's get started. Okay, so this is micro NQ. So first what I do, my apologies, you guys, is I go to my 15-minute time frame and I mark out my zones. So when I say my zones, I mean I'm marking off a time frame from 6 a.m. and then I'm putting another one at midnight, and then I'm putting another one at 1800, which would be, I believe, 6 o'clock. So yes, so basically what I'm doing is in this first zone area right here, I'm marking up my Asian low, which is where the Asian market opened up at 6 p.m. So typically I would mark up my Asian high. So I'm gonna show you where I would have marked my Asian high, which will be right about, let me see, give me one moment, right about here. So, but as you can see, when we entered into, hold on one moment, get my stuff together. When we entered into the London and Asian market, it kind of swept over my Asian high. So technically, I don't really care about that anymore, so we can get rid of that. And now next, I'm going to mark up my London low. So let's get that marked up right here. Yes. So marked up my London low. The same thing for how the Asian high was is I'm gonna still mark up my London high. Hold on one moment. Right there. So as you can see, price did do a mini tap into that area. So it tapped right above my London high and then retraced right after it tapped. So it probably was a few orders to continue on. It was probably it's a lot of reasons as to why price just spiked past that London high. But right now I'm just marking up where I would have. Basically, it's a resistance area right here. This lets me know that there is a resistance area because price wicked above that London high, but it wasn't enough buy power for price to stay. So as you can see, based on the chart, NQ was at a all-time high, so it does probably have to come back down to collect liquidity. So it may come and collect it from that London high, or it could do it from this Asian London low or this Asian low. So, and I'm also going to mark up right here because I do take into consideration gaps. So I am marking up this gap area here, where as soon as the Asian market opened up, price leaped forward. So it is a lot of liquidity sitting there. So we don't know if price is going to return there today, tomorrow, whenever. So yes. So I just have it marked just in case price does return there, but don't really care about it right now. So I go to my hour, as you can see, and I'm just looking to see where my EMAs is at. When I try to enter into my trades, I try to have any indicators that I do use. I try to have them turned off so that there's not a lot of noise while I'm trading. But as you can see, price was way above the 13 and the 50 and the 200. You couldn't even see the 50 and 200 in the screen. But basically what I'm doing now is I'm marking up a 1 hour demand zone. So that's a key area, key zone that after price created a bullish order block, after price created that bullish order block, it pushed up. So that is a key area that I want to have marked up because if price does return there, I will predict that it does the same thing. But I'm not really worried about that as of now because I don't trade the hour. I mainly look at the 15 and go for entry on the 5-minute. So what I'm doing now on my 15-minute is I'm looking for any zones that has not been hit already. So I'm marking up this zone right here, which created right above my London low. That price, did a minor breaker structure. It tapped right there, and then it broke again, and then it created a bullish order block where price broke through that and ended up tapping the zone for a second time and pushed off. As you can see, there's another bullish order block here that price has not tapped into yet. So that's what I'm going to be looking at in this backtest session today. And the only reason why I'm really backtesting this Monday, because it already happened, I didn't trade Monday. So I don't really know what price did on Monday. So this is fresh for me. So that's why I chose this past Monday for the backtest. So yes, we have a 15-minute here. And then as you can see, this is my 5-minute candle, my 5-minute chart. So not my 5-minute, I'm sorry. Now I'm on my 5-minute, but that was my 15-minute. And I was basically showing you a zone that price had already tapped into. That was immediate tap, so I wouldn't really be looking at that. But back to my 5-minute, I just showed you where my 5-minute lines up with my hour. And it also lines up with that 15-minute one that price had already tapped into. And price also lines up with the bullish order block, the 15-minute one. It also is a 5-minute zone right there. So basically, I went back to my 15-minute, and now what I'm doing is I'm waiting for price to tap into that 15-minute order block, and then start pushing forward. And then once it taps, I'm going to drop down to my 5-minute to see if I can get a entry. So as you can see, price didn't drop all the way down. It immediately went up and tapped that London high yet again. But as you can see, price is going down. It tapped once again. So as I put earlier, that resistance, that's letting me know this London high is holding. So as you can see, that major drop there, and then boom. So this is probably around 9:30, 9 o'clock, which is when the most momentum really starts to kick into, because I loaded up and marked up my charts like around 8 o'clock. So I try to look at price from 8 to 9, and then really look for an entry after 9:30 when liquidity is most likely being grabbed. So as you can see, that 9:30 candle, it tapped into that 15-minute. So now once price is letting me know it wants to stay, and now it gave me a third candle, and it's above my London high. So that's lets me know that price wants to buy, and we can go ahead and we can mark up this fresh 15-minute that price has made, and you can delete this resistance because it's no longer resistance because price broke through it. After it tapped, came back, retested the order block, and then broke, is letting me know that that resistance is no longer holding, so I don't have to have that on my chart. So we're going to drop down to the 5-minute and see if we can get a better entry off of this 15-minute. And I believe we have a, let me see, let me get let me delete that one because I don't really like that 15-minute zone. Now that I'm in my 5-minute, I see a better zone that I can mark up, which is right there. So now that I have a better zone, price has already tapped into that zone when I drop down to my 5-minute. So now what I'm going to do is hold on, give me one moment, you guys. Yeah, so I'm just doing a little confirmations because it did has a breaker structure because it did make a new high with that wick. So I'm going to put me a buy order right here. So if price breaks through that buy, it's going to breaks through that point, it's going to tap me in for a buy. I try to use the buy orders when I'm back testing just because price moves in a whole candle, which is different from when price is actually moving. So I try to use the buy orders and back testing just so I can get in how I would have got in if I was actually trading this market live. So what I'm doing now is just marking up my long position where I want to initially take profit from. So yeah, at least going for a 1 to 2. Yep. So as you can see, price hit that middle mark. I could have got in right there, but price initially still had to let me know it wanted to stay above that high it made. So it tapped me in, as you can see, and risking about 152 ticks, which this is micro NQ, so that's about $77. And I'm going for around 314 ticks, which is about $156. So as you can see, price is pushing up, gave a little retracement, which is normal because as you can see, price created another 5-minute demand zone that it's respecting. So now that price did its pullback, I now feel a little bit more comfortable, and I'm going to adjust my stop loss. So now that the stop loss is, we can continue on with the trade. So as you can see, we're pushing forward, pushing forward, pushing forward. I said pushing forward, I mean pushing up. So as you can see, now I've hit my 1-to-1. So now I'm going to adjust my stop loss to break even. So now we're at zero risk for the trade. And we're going to push up and we're going to push up and we're going to push up. And if you want to be technical, the trade ran past 12 p.m. So I probably would have got out of that trade early because I don't trade the afternoon session. So I wouldn't have held that trade, and I really don't do swing trading. So I initially probably would have got out at 12 p.m., which could have been my 1-to-1, but we're going to go ahead and continue to play it out to see if it would have hit my initial TP target. So we're gonna see. All right, we're gonna see. All right, and if I would have been in this trade, hold on one moment. If I would have been in this trade, I definitely probably would have been in profit, my stop loss. So let me adjust it, and yes, it eventually hit my TP like around 4 o'clock. So yes, it would have hit my TP. It would have hit my TP a lot past my actual trade session. So I'm gonna go back to where I probably initially would have got out of the trade. So let me just get my line real quick. Possibly could have had a stop loss, had my stop loss here, but I could have, but I most likely probably would have had my stop loss at that dip right there, and boom, probably had took profit like right there. So I probably in a trade will initially wanted to look for price to get back to my 1-to-1, and then I would have took profit right there. So yeah, this was a good back test session. Thank y'all for sitting down with me and going over what I would have traded if I would have traded Monday. So yeah, would have made $157. So that would have been my base hit for the prop firm that I do trade. So that would have counted as a green day for me. All right, you guys, that is the end of our backtest session. So before I let y'all go, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the prop firm that I chose to trade. I use the Theedgefunder, or they go by TEF, and it's a fairly new prop firm. It was started by my boy Joe Veer, the same one who got me started. That's why I didn't go live until May, because I was waiting for him to launch his prop firm, because I trusted him as a trader. He got me started. I didn't have to put a lot of money down, no money at all for learning how to trade. That video was 2 hours of me just sitting down and getting out of my way and learning a new skill. So he gave a lot of information without trying to make you pay for a course or pay for this or pay for that. I am a part of his Discord, and I don't know really how you can get a part of that, but I am gonna put the Instagram down in the description box, so that way y'all can reach out to the Instagram page and see about getting linked up in the Discord. But yeah, the Theedgefunder was started by my boy Javier and some more amazing traders and investors. And it's basically instant funding. It's no challenges. It's no waiting 30 days for a payout. All you have to do is hit your target profit for whichever account size that you choose, and stay within the consistency and hit your minimum of $150 base target for 7 days, and then boom, instant payout. So I had a privilege of being a part of this platform when it was first launched, when it was only a beta version. And to see how far, you get what I'm saying, to see how far it initially came in such a short period of time since we went live. Well, I said we, since the platforms went live is like truly amazing. Seeing it grow and seeing how many traders have joined has truly been inspiring. And hey, if you just want to look for a platform that cares more about you growing than cashing out on you, blowing accounts, then I honestly truly really do feel like the Theedgefunder is for you. A lot of these platforms really don't have a consistency rule. They only really have a target that you can't make more than for the day. but they really don't really care about your consistency. And one thing I can say about Theedgefunder is the consistency rule has definitely allowed me to stay consistent. The consistency rule has also helped me be able to get other funded accounts and still hold on to those. But the main account that I love and use is really the edge funder. That consistency rule is really everything. So hey, if you're looking for a prop firm, I definitely feel like the edge funder will be a great fit for you. And in the description box, I'm gonna have my referral link and also a discount code for you to get started and get a little bit of money off of that funded account, whichever one you choose. So once again, I thank you for listening and joining me, and I can't wait to see you at the top. So, hey, appreciate your time and your energy, and peace, family.